Howdy friends! Welcome to my channel Health Dishes. Some meals just feel like a hug in a bowl, and this meat stew is one of them. It's my go-to when I need something hearty and satisfying after a long day. What makes it special? Tender beef, sweet vegetables, and a rich broth, all simmered together until the flavors meld perfectly. The real magic is serving it over fluffy rice with creamy avocado, zesty lime, fresh onion, and cilantro. This stew is pure comfort, simple, slow-cooked, and made with love. Let's get started and make this tradition yours. The secret to a truly great stew is about understanding the ingredients and how they work together. It's about building layers of flavor that deepen with every simmer. And it all starts with selecting the right ingredients. Freshness and quality are key. For the meat, we're going to choose beef chuck roast. This is the cornerstone of our stew, providing richness and body. Look for a good amount of marbling. That intramuscular fat is what renders down during the long cooking process, keeping the meat incredibly tender and adding tons of flavor. Now we're going to cut it into hearty cubes. Aim for about 1 to 2 inches in size. This size ensures that the beef remains substantial throughout the cooking time. When it comes to veggies, we're sticking with the classic trio, also known as a mirepoix: onion, carrot, and celery. We'll also add a few cloves of garlic, minced finely, to provide depth and a pungent aroma. For extra heartiness, consider adding potatoes or parsnips. We'll need some flour for dredging the beef. This creates a lovely crust when seared and helps to thicken the stew. Low-sodium beef broth will form the liquid base of our stew, providing a rich, savory foundation. A spoonful or two of tomato paste will add depth and umami. And finally, Worcestershire sauce for a touch of tanginess, salt and pepper to season, and a bay leaf to infuse a subtle herbal aroma. These simple choices, when combined with care and attention, will build a stew that's incredibly rich, deeply satisfying, and bursting with complex flavors. So gather all your ingredients together, making sure everything is prepped and ready to go. Browning the beef is key to unlocking the stew's full potential. This is where we build that foundational layer of flavor. The Maillard reaction creates complex flavor compounds that make the difference between a good stew and a truly exceptional one. Pat the beef cubes completely dry. Toss the dried beef with flour. This helps the beef to brown more evenly and create a beautiful crust, while also acting as a thickening agent. Season generously with salt and pepper. Sear the beef in a hot pot until it's gloriously golden brown on all sides. It's crucial to work in batches, ensuring that you don't overcrowd the pot. Overcrowding will lower the temperature and cause the meat to steam instead of brown. Once browned to perfection, set the beef aside. Now, in that same pot, sauté the diced onion using all those delicious browned bits clinging to the bottom. Add the diced carrot and the diced celery. Cook them until they're softened. Don't forget to scrape up those flavorful brown bits from the bottom of the pot as you sauté the vegetables. Add the minced garlic and cook briefly, just until fragrant. Then stir in the tomato paste. Now, slowly add the beef broth, stirring constantly to avoid any lumps from forming. Add a splash of Worcestershire sauce and a bay leaf. Finally, return the browned beef, along with any accumulated juices, back to the pot. Bring the stew to a gentle simmer, then cover the pot tightly. Cook on low heat for 2-3 hours, or even longer if you have the time. The longer it simmers, the more tender the beef will become, and the more the flavors will meld together. You'll know it's ready when the beef is so tender that it practically falls apart at the touch of a fork. A deeply satisfying stew with a rich, savory flavor and melt-in-your-mouth tender meat. This beef stew is worth every minute of the wait. It's a labor of love that will reward you with a truly unforgettable meal. While the stew simmers, let's make the perfect companion: fluffy, dreamy rice. First, rinse your long-grain white rice. This works well with aromatic varieties like jasmine or basmati. Rinse under cold water until the water runs clear. This removes excess starch, which prevents the rice from becoming sticky. Use a 1 to 1.5 ratio of rice to water. For extra flavor, use broth instead of water. In a saucepan, combine the rinsed rice, water, or broth, and a pinch of salt. Use a saucepan with a tight-fitting lid. Bring to a boil over medium-high heat. Cover and reduce the heat to the lowest setting. Cook undisturbed for 15 to 18 minutes. Resist the urge to peak. Remove from heat. Let the rice rest, still covered, for 10 minutes. Gently fluff the rice with a fork. This separates the grains, creating a light and airy texture. Simple, perfect rice ready to be enjoyed. The fluffy texture makes it the ideal base to soak up that delicious stew. Toppings turn this stew into a feast. Slice a ripe avocado for creamy richness. Squeeze fresh lime juice for a zesty kick. Sprinkle finely diced onion for crunch and bite. Finish with a generous handful of chopped cilantro for freshness. These toppings add color, texture, and brightness to every bowl. Don't skip them. They make the meal unforgettable. Now let's serve it up. Presentation matters. Let's build a beautiful bowl. Spoon fluffy rice into a wide bowl, making a little well in the center. Ladle the hot stew over the rice, letting the broth seep into the edges. Fan out avocado slices, sprinkle onion and cilantro, and add a lime wedge on the side. The colors and textures make it look as good as it tastes. Each bite is a perfect mix of savory, creamy, and fresh. Gather everyone around. It's time to eat. This is comfort food at its finest. That's it, your ultimate comfort meal, ready to enjoy. Every step, from browning the beef to the final sprinkle of cilantro, builds flavor and love. This stew is about more than food. It's about gathering, sharing, and making memories. Don't rush. Enjoy the process and the delicious result. Make it your own with your favorite veggies or spices. I hope this brings warmth and happiness to your table. Savor every bite. Happy cooking. Thank you for watching. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips.